In this Beat the Meta video, I absolutely send it at the chase. And look who it is. It's the famous name. It's Mama's. And he's got a penalty. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where we're doing Beat the Meta in a Lexus RC F Gr.4 car. Now, the Lexus does have 7 gears. I wanted to go for a car with 7 gears just to try it out. The Ferrari, of course, is the meta car for the race. Well, the Nissan Silvia is the meta car for the time trial. Now, if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe to stay in touch with all the latest content. We are on our way to 40k, and that is our goal here this year. Can we get to 40k? We're on that journey, and I'm really thankful for all the support we've got so far. So we're on 36,500 right now, so we're not that far away. So as I say, if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Right, let's get into this race then. So this is where I first do beat the meta. I start at the back and I figure out whether the car is worthwhile going here. As you can see, I'm starting to short shift and get an idea of the car. And the car is keeping up with the Ferrari, even though the Ferrari's also in the slipstream. So at the moment, I'm like, okay, I've got a bit of a chance here. I just have to understand the car now in the corners. So let's advance a bit further on. Let's get into the racing action then towards the end of lap 1, where we've got a little bit closer here as we continue on out there. Oop, on danger towards that left-hand side then. So that's one person overtaken as we head into the braking zone. I was looking on the inside of Skeleton. Not going to quite work there. We're surrounded by Ferraris, and I said in the Week the Race Guide, if you remember, Ferrari was my go-to car, and it appears it's everybody's go-to car this week. However, is this Lexus a hidden gem? That is the question. So we're going to go into turn 1 here. Good acceleration out the corner. As here we go, then we have a run on the pink Ferrari up ahead. Then we look towards that right-hand side. We need to try and stay in the slipstream a little bit here, but that Ferrari's starting to pull away again with it being in that slipstream. We're going to have to pull back in here. I'm trying to use a lot of fuel here to try and overtake as we rev the car out a little bit. Still looking on the inside then as we head in towards the right-hander. We do get alongside a little bit here. Don't have to pull out of it there. Think better of it and let Skeleton go there. I could have kept my nose in, to be fair, I think, but, you know, we've got a long race here. Let's learn the car. Let's get involved in the fights. Let's understand how we can save fuel and how we have a chance of maybe beating the meta this week. Obviously, 2 cars to beat in terms... Oh, hello. In terms of the Ferrari and the Silvia. So let's see what we can do then. Oh, we got crashes galore there. 2 more Ferraris in an instant. We'll take those 2 positions, as we're still behind the pink one here of Skeleton, then going down the hill and over towards that left-hand side. We clip the curb. Oh, they nearly hit the wall, but they don't quite there. And I was really abusing the high gears on top of the mountain here very quickly, because that's where I figured I could just maintain a bit of speed and actually save a lot of fuel then as we start to head down the hill here. Slowing the car down nicely indeed. Chuck it over towards the left-hand side. I did find, actually, this Lexus really good on the front end. It turns in very nicely. So, you know, the front engine cars really working well with the front end grip there. The tyres being squashed into the road with the weight, just allowing the car to turn a little bit more than, say, the MR cars of the Ferrari up ahead. So, we'll leave that right behind Skeleton here. We've got a good run on Skeleton this time. So, what's going to happen here then? I'm going to use all the fuel I can as we rev the nuts out of this car. Here we go. We've got to run. Good look down the inside of Skeleton there. But unfortunately, our slipstream's still happening about, so I can't get by getting that Ferrari looking very strong in the slipstream. As we head towards the braking zone then, I knew they broke early last time, so I go for the dive down the inside. Mate, you can't just turn into me. And as you heard that, you can't just turn into me, because they did turn into me there. I did make the apex quite easily there, and they just turned in a bit early. So I'm going to take that position. They made a bit of a mistake there, and we've got another person we're overtaking there. 3 into 1 then. By the end of the lap, we're going to be in P10 at the end of lap 2. Happy days indeed. As we leave that corner, let's advance towards the next group then, where we catch up to Dr. Colossus. Only deals with giants, apparently. So if you've got a lettuce stuck down your pants, it's only the tip of the iceberg. That Doctor is the one to suit you. Right, anyway, back to the race. A terrible joke, I know, as we look through the chase then and continue on out of there. So we're looking at P8 for now. Slipstream going for it there in the lead. I actually thought Slipstream was on medium tyres, actually, as I was going through this race, as we head into the left-hander. And mainly because we're A ranked. So I was like, okay, they're showing some decent pace here, and they're really pulling away from everybody else. So maybe they are on that medium tyre, but we'll see what tyre they're on a little bit later on. Into the left we go of turn 1. Going to beat it out of here. We've obviously dropped everyone behind because they were busy old fighting, and I was like, no, I'm not getting involved in that. As we're on lap 5 now of this first race. So beat the meta, of course. It's all about beating the meta. What different cars can you use? And this year we're going to try and win in every single Group 4 and Group 3 car. As we look down the inside of the Ferrari then, which we have already won in this year. Look down the inside in towards this right-hander. Oh, it gets very close. Plus, this gives me enough space there as we continue on through up the mountain and side by side. This is where it gets very, very risky. I'm looking for the radar very quickly. Go into this left-hander then. I've got to take an outside line. I don't clip that barrier through. There we go. Look at this. We're still side by side. Bit of oversteer there from myself. Bit of oversteer from them as well. But they just pushed me a little bit tight there. Maybe there was just enough room, but yeah, it was 0 there. It was all good though. We did have some fantastic racing there. Dr. Colossus as we go into the left-hander. Continue on out of there. What can we do then? P9 is up for grabs here. And we're showing as well we can compete with the Meta car this week. The Lexus is a strong car. So if you've not used it already this week and you fancy using something different to the Ferrari, try out the Lexus. Trust me, it will be worth your while because this feels like a really good car and we're having a fantastic race versus the Ferrari. So it does work. You can see that. So looking down the inside of the Ferrari then, we're going to have a bit of a drag race here, and you can see it's got a similar sort of power range as the Ferrari there. And again, with the fuel, it's very similar. So these two cars very well evenly matched, but we get down inside of Dr. Colossus then. Up into P9 we go with the Spaniard and Piper K1 next up, the Brit there, as we continue on. Let's advance a bit further on then, where we go through the left-hander. Oh, hello, got a yellow flag.
It over here. Who is it?
Somebody's binned it. There you go. I called it as I was racing it. As we head down the mountain then, who has binned it? As we head down here, we can see a penalty as well, so they binned it hard. Oh, it's Mamas! Mamas has binned it there. Oh, dear me. Is Mamas up to his old tricks? That is the question then, as we head down in towards this braking zone. Is Mamas up to his old tricks, or is Mamas racing clean? Remember the podcast or the interview he did quite a while ago where he wanted to race clean? We'll see how Mamas gets on a bit later on, but we can see a 3-second penalty there for Mamas. Mamas is going to take that. Stay towards the right hand side as well. So good sportsmanlike stuff from Mamas there as we advance further on to the penultimate lap then. Lap number 7. Here we go. The Spaniard up ahead. So if slipstreams are on the mediums, this is effectively for that old cursed position, our favourite one of them all. P6, yes. But we'll see what happens here. I'm looking down the outside of the Spaniard now. This is very dangerous. Obviously not as much of an overlap here, but they do give me room to be fair, and they defend that beautifully. Beautiful defensive driving there from Marty Tronco as we continue on out there. And continue on. We're actually catching the pack ahead as well as we go into the right here. Slight lift, continue on through. And this is where we need to save fuel. So we should short shift here. Do we short shift? No, we're not. We're going to use it all. Oh, there we go. A little short shift. Let's go into that. Oh, hello. They've understood a bit. Oh, they crash into the barrier there. We'll take that. Happy days. P7 or P6. Who knows? We'll find out as we advance towards the final lap then. Slipstream staying out here. But we are in a big old fight here. Look at this. We've got an Aston Martin there. That looks like a non-meta car. I'm sure it's only got 6 gears as well. So we continue on through there and continue on out there. I've actually done a beat the meta in that Aston Martin. You've just not seen it yet. Stay tuned for that video. It will be coming up in the future. Whether I win or not, that is the question. But the video is already made and done, and it's there for when I go on holiday. So I'm going to try on the outside. However, I hit the limiter there like an absolute weapon as we go into here. So Piper going to keep that position. Let's jump to some more live reactions. Oops. Hit the limiter. What a weapon. There you go. Call myself a weapon. I do that all the time. It was really, really silly of me to hit the limiter, but you do hit it very quickly in this Lexus. Oh, Piper down the inside of the green. Don't quite work. And in there, it's like a weird bit of net code. Anyway, let's do some more live reaction on it. I didn't hit him, but it felt like... That was weird. I say it felt like I did hit him, but there was no contact noise, and so it felt like net code hits there rather than me actually hitting him. So I did back out of that just to be safe. Well, Piper going a bit deep there in towards that left-hander. Here we go. They've got to run on Piper on the Aston Martin then. Is this for P5 or P6? I do not know. As we head down towards the last corner then, in towards the braking zone. Looking around the outside of Piper. Can we do it? Through the left then. A drag race towards the line. And we have got the run there on Piper. Heading towards the line then. Gonna be
Change gear, stop! Into the limiter!
P6. P6 there for us. And looks like Mr. Worldwide there at the top. Mr. Slipstream. Wasn't on the medium tyres after all. It was on the hard tyres. Brilliant pace there from that driver. Let's jump to the next race then. What race number is this? It's race number 2. Straight to the next race then. Here we go as we set off in P2. I did 3 laps and instantly ended up in P2. This Lexus is such a nice car to drive. I was instantly on it in the time trial. So straight up into P2. Easy 210s in there in this car. Easy 210s for me there, which I'm really happy about. It also shows the pace of this car because, you know, that's under a second, essentially, when you're in the 210s. Off the rank 1 time, which is good to see. Shows that we can potentially beat the meta in the Lexus. So I'm just short shifting here, saving a bit of fuel because I wasn't going to catch the Silvia before this corner. This is the case of the Silvia is very much a handling car, and it's very, 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 very good in terms of the handling section. So just stay behind it. You can see there they've gapped me a little bit here. As we're down the mountain, cold tires are really going to affect me here as we go into the left and then the right. See a lot of oversteer there. I'm looking to correct it. Unfortunately, I do catch it, but also look who is behind me. Oh, Momoz is behind me. We advance a bit further on in the lap. Momoz is catching me now in that slipstream in the Ferrari. I'm trying to stay in the slipstream of the Silvia. Momoz there goes towards that right-hand side. Got to give Momoz a bit of space then. Momoz goes clean on through then. Now, I didn't want to challenge Momoz too much here because in terms of racing, we need to catch up to the leader and make sure we catch the leader. And then I can fight and fight hard. I can because, of course, we're trying to beat the meta. And we've got the 2 meta cars right here, the Ferrari and the Silvia. Remember some of the rules as well. We have to have A+. Momoz is an A+. There's also a couple of other A+ drivers in this as well. So, you know, it's looking good. Although Momoz isn't looking good there. Goes a bit too deep into the last corner. We go clean on by back into P2 then. And let's advance further on towards the end of lap 2, actually, as we look to catch up to the Silvia then. As we go into left-hander. Momoz still there behind me. In fact, we've got a few people in there as well. Shout out to Samu. Samu spoke in the lobby as well as we continue over the line at 2:14.4. We do need to be in the 2:13s. So we'll see what we can do later on as we go into left-hander. Once again, I'm going to try and overtake the Silvia before turn 2. That's my goal here, okay? So I'm going to start using all the revs, see if I can catch up here. See that hitting the limiter. And it's only when the Silvia gets to the end of 5th gear does it start to struggle. You see it now starting to drop back. However, are we going to get there in time? I don't think we are here. We're not, so I short shift. Yeah, I'm not going to make it in time there. Save the fuel for another attempt later on in the lap as we go through the right-hander. You can see how good the Silvia is, actually. It handles very nicely indeed as we look to head up the mountain once again. Just short shifting my way there. Save the fuel where I need to save the fuel, and I can just use it all when I need to. Oh, hello. They just got the barrier there. That's not the greatest. So we're going to advance to some live reaction as well. I need to go. I need to get past. Come on. Foot to the floor now. There you have it. I need to get past because I can see Momoz in the rearview mirror. I know Momoz is coming from me. Very strong in that Ferrari. So we've got to get past it. Oh, hopefully overtake. Now, they indicate there because they know and they've seen me start to come very close to them when they hit the top end of that 5th gear. And we go clean on by. They show me where they want me to go there as we go into the braking zone. Then can we get it stopped? We do indeed. Accelerate out of there. A little bit of a twitch. Nothing major. Continue on out of that corner. Can we keep the position? That is the question. Are we going to beat the meta in 2 races, which is very rare? We advance towards the last lap then. Look at the gap. We absolutely gapped everybody. 2 low 213s. Definitely got 212s in me there as well as we cross the line. In P1, baby! Yes. Easy mode, players. Easy mode. Easy mode, players. I don't know why I said players, but there we go. McLovin coming back there because I think he says players, doesn't he? Anyway, some A+ in there. We do beat the meta. 212s are definitely possible. I would have done that if I did any more races, but no need to. I won in that Lexus RC F, which has been recommended a few times as well. I've done it for you there, ladies and gentlemen. A short one this week with Beat the Meta, but we beat the meta all the same. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. That's going to be it for me now with this video. Thank you once again for watching. Check out those 2 videos, and I hope to see you in another video. I'll live stream again very soon.